Hello, fellow detractor, and welcome to episode 4 of Filibuster, the show that kind of recaps a recap with more insight, entertainment, and 100% less snorting. I do want to take a look at the daily wrap from last night, which was Monday, June 9th. But before we do, I want to take a peek at this clip from last night's stream of American Truck Simulator. He has not begun to play the game yet, but Phil has some interesting words for people who aren't donating, especially people on Kick, and I just kind of want this captured as if it isn't. It is a Snort Hogan clip, and I appreciate Snort Hogan for doing this. I just kind of want to react to this.
Let's get Nate up on the leaderboard. Guys, please support the stream tonight. I've invested an incredible amount of money, over 350 bucks for this setup, for the wheel, the shifter, and the pedals, over 350 bucks. So
he decided to get a wheel, a gear shift, and pedals for this silly truck simulator game that he plays to the tune of around or above $350. Not entirely sure why he did this. He said that there were a couple of people that were encouraging him to get this.
If you could support the stream tonight, please do. Let's hit the goal. All right? Let's hit that goal. How about this? Here's what we'll do. It was, if you guys basically
don't try to do two things at once. You're not good at it.
Support these drive sim streams now with the wheel and all the equipment. All right? How about this? Last time, what did we do? We said if we hit 4 streams where we hit the goal, I would buy all this stuff. Well, how about we set a certain amount, and if we hit the goals for a certain amount of streams, we'll buy other driving games to try those too. Okay, right now, I just want to do truck sim. But
so they had to support the stream for the sake of supporting the stream because there are goals. Then they had to support these truck simulator streams enough times in a row to earn him buying the wheel, the pedals, the gear shift, what have you. Now they have to continue to support every time more in order to get more driving games. Jesus Christ. Is there anything at all this guy doesn't paywall? The answer is no.
An incredible amount of driving games out there, right? Just tons that we could try. And I would commit to buying some more of them if people support these streams, you know? There we go. Let's do it.
That doesn't necessarily make any sense to me. You might not necessarily care to watch him play like a Forza game, for example, if you enjoy American Truck Simulator. He's just kind of lumping all driving / racing games together, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it's just the newest gimmick to attempt to get more money.
That was another one too. I think if I remember correctly, when I used to play. That was another one too. I think if I remember correctly, when I used to play Daytona USA, I think I drove manual. I'm pretty sure it was Daytona USA. Yeah. See, already, look, there's a taxi game in Barcelona. Beaming Drive would be so fun. Play Daytona. Play Forza. See what I mean? Now, I'd be down for that. Well, let's get support on these driving streams, okay? Let's keep them fun and well-supported so they're in the rotation. And
apparently giving him a lot of money keeps everything fun. Let's keep them fun and well-supported. So apparently money equals fun.
They make sense. I dropped a ton of money on this. So let's make it worthwhile.
But nobody asked you to do that. So why is it their responsibility to now cover your cost of something that I don't truly think anybody asked for?
Right? Let's get content out of it that people want and will support. So thank you to Nate. Let's get our first super chat of the night. Let's get our first sub of the night. Let's get our first tip of the night.
You're not making nearly enough money to be this demanding. You're also neither charming nor charismatic enough to be demanding money this way. I don't know when you're going to learn. I don't understand how far your numbers have to fall for you to understand that this way of asking for things is really, really gross.
Let's hit that goal right away. Because here's the thing. I want to do DSP Tries It tomorrow. We are at 8 out of 10 goals. We need
He actually wanted to do this on Friday, but it didn't happen.
to hit 2 goals for DSP Tries It, the T-Pain Munchies meal from Jack in the Box tomorrow. Let's hit the goals. Come on, let's get some support. We got Mozzie as the first super chatter. Where's our first tip? Where's our first sub? Let's get a little bit of everything, and then we'll jump right in.
Pay me before I do anything. Pay me for showing up and sitting down and hitting start streaming.
Buck Will says, I bought American Truck Sim when it came out, and I never played it till today. I'm enjoying what I played today. Well, good. I'm glad to.
Now, this was where things start to get particularly toxic. Somebody chats him and says, I pretty much got this game on your recommendation, but I hadn't played it. Now that I'm playing it, I'm really enjoying it. So this person felt the need to tell Phil, I don't know if it's a LARPer or somebody who unironically enjoys Phil, but nonetheless, this person says, hey, because of you, I decided to give this game a try, and I'm really enjoying it. So here's what Phil has to say about that.
To hear that. Now, how about you support tonight's stream because I'm the one who got you to play Truck Sim? How about that? That's right. There you go. Drop some subs.
I'm really glad to hear that because of me, you played the game. So since I recommended it to you, give me some money. That is a new level of low right there, really. Just when you think things can't get any lower, there's stuff like that. I don't know at what point he lost any and all shame, but here we are.
Already people complaining Truck Sim's boring. I should do another game. I literally just said support the Truck Sim streams. If we hit these goals when I'm doing Truck Sim with this setup, I will play other games and buy them.
So support this game that you think is boring, that you don't care about, and then maybe I'll play other games. Since you already blew the $350, why not just get some other games to try out? Why do they have to give you more money? I mean, Jesus Christ, how much money do you need?
Only going to buy them if there's buy-in, and I know you're going to support them. So support tonight's stream.
They're going to support things they haven't even seen yet. They're going to support things you haven't even told them what they are. What if they want you to get a Forza game and you get something completely different, but they've given you $100 and you just decide that you're going to choose something else? Or they give you money towards that, but they're the only one who does. And you decide that you're not going to play any more racing games or driving games or anything of the sort. Then what? Just give you money on the hopes of maybe we'll do something else. No, thank you.
And we will do other games, but let's hit the goal. You don't get to ask for something if you're a withholder. You have no right. Understand me?
He realized how toxic he got right there, and he reeled it in. That's what he actually means. You have no right to ask for anything if you're not giving me money. And then he went, uh-oh, I went too far, which he does quite often. And that's when he does that really fake, phony laugh and smile where he goes, I mean, just kidding. Am I right? Come on, this is the shtick, right? Oh, fuck.
There's in-game game and FFB settings that will be different for each game. It takes time, but once you dial it in, it's good. I have no idea what any of that means. Thanks.
Then why did you read it? Why did you read it out loud?
You got MVP again, Jade. You get it every time you play Rivals at this point, Jade. Come on, man. You're too good.
That was I feel that was a passive-aggressive response to Jade, even, which doesn't usually happen. It was like, yeah, I don't really want to hear about your bullshit. Are you going to give me some money? I don't know. Maybe I'm totally misreading it, but it felt a little passive-aggressive towards Jade. But anyway, it's okay. Doesn't matter, I guess.
Okay. I just received a $500. No, I'm just kidding. A $3.20 tip.
You could have got $500 from It's a Me Ken, but you chose your pride over the money, so.
From Gaia One says, I spawn, I die. I love the new remix. Excited to see you use the wheel for tonight's chill stream. Shout out to Jaden Jade. Excuse me, not Jaden. Jade. He spelled it wrong. He actually spelled it Jaden. It's Jade, not Jaden. For reaching the highest status on YouTube. Hope everyone is enjoying their night. All right, Gaia One. Thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the $3 that he was very clearly disappointed in because he had to make fun of it.
We're now up to $13 of support. Dollar. We have no subs. Absolutely Positively.
This is where shit gets even more toxic. We add on yet another layer of toxicity. He starts just absolutely berating the kick chat.
No subs on Kick.
Let me just go on ahead and grab that.
Actually, I don't think that played, did it? Oh, it did. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. I don't have that sound effect set up for here. Darn. I played the sound effect, but you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, wrong
Oh,
scene,
that ruined
Grandpa.
it.
Good
That's
job.
as expected when it doesn't actually play, is it?
Nope, you
Okay.
just looked actually even more stupid.
So we literally got every kind of support but Kick support. The schlubs over on Kick really dragging their feet tonight. Very disappointing. We better see a turnaround. But now I got to get the game started. We can't be dilly-dallying.
Yeah, I'm sure now that you've called them schlubs, I'm sure that they really want to give you money now. Anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to play a few minutes because it just got really shitty right out of the gate and really toxic. He was really mean and really pushy. I don't know what he got so haughty about and demanding, but anyway, let's go on ahead and head over to the daily wrap. All right, here we are at the daily wrap from last night. And don't worry, Phil, you're never taken out of context when I do a filibuster episode just like this, because I will react to your entire video. I will skip nothing. I will simply pause every once in a while and give my commentary. So don't fear about being taken out of context. Let's get started.
Good evening, everybody. Phil here, and welcome to the daily wrap for what was Monday, the 9th of June, 2025. A complete and utter turnaround from basically what's kind of been going on around here over the last week. Shall we talk about it? I think we should.
There really isn't much to talk about. You begged and begged and begged and shit on people and were mean to people and called them schlubs and everything else. And a couple of your whales came out and threw you a few fucking sympathy bucks so that you'd shut up.
Today was a great, full, and fun streaming day here on DSP Gaming. What did we do? Well, we started off today with a fun podcast where I unboxed.
It wasn't fun, I promise you. It was very agitating and very annoying because he doesn't know how anything works. He doesn't know how to set anything up. He doesn't know how to do anything. It was not fun.
And set up my new Logitech G920 or 920 steering wheel, plus the stick shift, which is over here. You can't really see it, and the pedals. It was a lot of work because there's a lot of wires you have to run. This thing has its own.
It really wasn't a lot of work necessarily. Grandpa just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And he won't do anything off stream. He won't do any kind of research. So we just have to fly by the seat of our pants the entire time. And we also have to hope to God that somebody in his chat knows what to do, or he's stuck and just sits and waits for an answer.
Own individual power supply. You have to plug into a wall socket that I had at the other side of
Oh no, not having to plug something in. Jesus Christ. No one can live at that
my
speed.
office here. There was some calibrations we had to do within the G Hub app. And then we opened up the actual game, American Truck Simulator, where we play, and we fumbled around a little bit with it.
He fumbled. Let's be very clear. He fumbled.
Trying to learn how to get this thing to work. The funny thing about this wheel, initially, all the default settings in American Truck Simulator are awful. Click the left metal plate, it gives you a right turn signal. Click the right metal plate, it gives you a left turn signal. Press the accelerator, it brakes. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why that was the default, but we messed around a little bit with it and got it essentially working minor functionality. And I said, don't worry, we'll have it working for the late stream. And so that was really the entirety of the podcast, was me messing around, unboxing, showing, and hooking up and getting working this basic setup, okay? Then we jumped into Blueprints, and today was the do or die stream for Blueprints. What does that mean?
It means it was the last time that you were supposed to play it, but somebody came in and bailed you out, and I don't understand why, because nobody wants to watch you play this anymore. But because one or two people came in and threw you the do-re-mi, we're just going to keep doing this.
Well, I've played Blueprints for over 30 parts, and if you do the math, over 50 hours. I've actually put that much time in 2 months now that I've been playing Blueprints. And the funny part about that is it's not like when we play it, we get stuck and there's nothing going on. Every time we play Blueprints, there's massive progress. Another new major thing discovered.
He did actually default to just straight looking things up. I remember watching at some part yesterday where he said, well, I'm just not going to be able to do this or figure this out, what have you. I'm just going to go ahead and look it up. So this is where we've resorted to. It's apparently so fun that we're not even going to try to figure out the puzzles. We're just going to look up the answers. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of fun to me. Not trying anything, just looking longingly, stuck, saying, I don't know what to do. Oh, well, fuck it. I'll just look up the answers. 17-year veteran professional gamer looking up the answers off somebody else's guide.
Another puzzle that's been going on for 20, 30 hours solved, right? Today was no exception. Today, we finally were able to do the boiler room next to the lab to solve the lab puzzle, which unlocked an outside door, which then unlocked the microchip puzzle, which then unlocked a room that's going to allow us to draft a room that's critical to the actual ending of the game. Crazy, right? To think about. Like, whoa, yeah, but it's true. There's just so much still going on in this game. And it was a great stream. Those who actually were there for the stream were engaged. We're having a great time. And they supported the stream. So
yeah, they didn't. Whatever 150 or 250 or whatever you had, they didn't. 2 whales came out and gave you money.
Guess what? We hit a support goal on Blueprints. And I said, folks, I commit. I will keep playing Blueprints. Okay? It's not going to be every day. It's not going to be.
So if you didn't have any more proof, or you felt like you didn't need any more proof that like 3 people control what he plays, this is it right here. Because he feels that because he hit the goal off the backs of 2 people, 1 or 2 people, what have you, giving him money, but then tries to tell you that they don't dictate what he plays. Well, yeah, they pretty much do. Nobody wants this anymore. Nobody. But because he whined and cried and bitched, you guys, I haven't hit a goal like all week. What's going on? And someone threw him a couple of fucking pity bucks. Now all of a sudden, Blueprints is great. And he had 10,000 people watching and made $11 billion. And it's just simply not that way. There wasn't all of a sudden some kind of crazy turnaround for this game that nobody wants anymore. But a couple of people threw him money, and now look how he's behaving. Oh, everybody must like this game. Stop living in denial. You're propped up by like 3 people.
All the time, but maybe once a week, I try to do a stream of Blueprints. So hopefully we can keep this into rotation. Okay? It's not going to be all the time.
Where were all these people then when you played it last week if they think that it's so great? The game that you're playing has nothing to do with anything. It's just when these people decide to stop by, drop in, and give you money. That's it. No more and no less. The game is not even to be taken into the equation.
But just so you know, I want to keep playing. We're actually near the end. People are like, yeah, after today, you basically have the room you need to draft and be in, and this opens up.
Yeah, we've been hearing that about Claire Obscure and Blueprints for weeks now. Oh, you're almost done. You're almost done. You're almost done. I don't know who's telling them that, but they're lying to him. Or they don't understand how fucking slow he goes, and near the end is not near the end.
The final mysteries and kind of the true conclusion of the game. So we're getting there. All right, we're almost there. So that got us to 8 out of 10 goals, and I was shocked. I never thought in a million freaking years that we would actually hit that goal and have Blueprints continue. I thought Blueprints was being retired after today. Okay?
Well, it should be,
that
but your whales dictate what you play, so.
Wasn't a pleasant enough surprise. Tonight was American Truck Sim. I remapped and adjusted every.
This is the newest game where he has all his eggs in this basket. He bought all this bullshit for it, and this is what he's hoping is going to be the next big thing.
So now I had accelerate and brake on the right pedals. I had this shift working so you could drive and reverse and go into neutral. I had a
Wow, that's what you should use that for. That's awesome, guy.
Parking brake enabled. I had a cruise control enabled. I had a horn. I had window wipers, headlights, start and stop, like everything. And it all mapped to the wheel. And as I started playing, without spoiling, basically, I'm just going to put it this way. It was the smoothest, best night I've ever had in Truck Sim. It was
I was going to stream this last night. I got told that this was a big fucking nothing burger, and I missed absolutely nothing by skipping watching him stream American Truck Simulator. So I highly doubt it was super fun. It might have been smooth, but I don't even know what the fuck that means in regards to what he's saying.
absolutely amazing. And we had tons of fun conversation, interaction. People were shocked and were having a great time, and they supported in droves. We hit
Yeah, the new gimmick is if you give him $25, he will change the color scheme on the truck. Of course, we couldn't have a game without a gimmick of give me $25 and we'll name an animal that I'll never do anything with, or I'll name a Pokemon that I won't use, or I'll name an inanimate object that we'll never see again. Now we'll change the paint color on the truck. And there were a couple of fucking dents who actually bought into it. I couldn't believe it, but he wouldn't continue to do these things if they didn't work. People don't do what doesn't work.
not one, but 2 support goals tonight. 2, meaning we hit 10 goals and unlocked DSP Tries It, the T-Pain Munchies meal, tomorrow on the first stream.
Oh boy, I know we're all super excited for that.
So we went from hitting no goals to hitting 3 goals in one day. So thank you. Anyone who was here today, who watched, who engaged.
And this is generally what happens. He has a day where he doesn't hit either goal and he bitches and whines and moans. And that was why I really wanted to show a little bit of the stream last night. You saw how he was talking to people. We haven't hit any goals. Everything is down. You schlubs aren't giving me any money. Hey, cool. I'm glad that I recommended the game and you decided to try it. Now, why don't you give me some money? And this is typically what happens. He goes a little bit of a stretch without hitting any goals, without getting the money that he wants. And then magically, all the whales appear. It's ironic, isn't it? They all appear out of nowhere to throw him some money. It's really sad. It's really transparent. And it's really pathetic that he's sending the, if you come out and give me a little bit of money. I don't know if he's sending texts or emails or what he's doing, but he's reaching out to these people, begging and pleading. And for some reason, because he hit 3 goals in one day, in his tiny, mentally ill mind, all is good now. All is good. We're all good. We're back to normal. We're going to hit and exceed goals every single day. Apparently, the decline isn't really a decline. We're all fine now.
Who supported. I very, very, very much appreciate you. It was.
I appreciate you so much that I want you to come back and give me just as much tomorrow. Oh, and every day, 6 days a week for the rest of my miserable fucking life.
Some nervous going there last week. Hopefully, this means we're back.
He did also announce during the daytime stream yesterday that July 4th will be his next marathon, and it is going to be called Investment Day. He will be doing it on, I believe it's Friday, July 4th. It is the Closet Clean Out Festival. You can't make this kind of shit up. Kat will be making, if I remember correctly, summer/barbecue style food. Of course, there's going to be booze, as he says. I don't know why he says booze. Just say alcohol. You sound like an absolute child. We're moving on. But for every $50 of support, he will put on a hat or a vest and clean out his closet as he retires the hats and the vests. I hope he doesn't retire them too far, because in a few months here, he's going to need those hats and those vests back again. But he has already announced, after the abysmal fucking failure that was the viewer's illusion of choice and the Switch Marathon, which just happened. It just happened less than a week ago. He's already announced the next marathon, Investment Day.
And if anything, I think what people have seen when they saw, oh, wait, so Phil has this awesome, expensive peripheral, because this set of peripherals cost me over $350. But immediately people saw the improvement, like, wait, so if we support Phil, he'll spend.
I don't know how you saw any improvement. It's just a different way to play the game. It doesn't necessarily improve what people are seeing. It might improve his experience. And that might be what he meant when he said it went smoother. It might have been easier for him to maneuver, to drive, to operate the truck. But I don't understand what that does for his audience. He certainly, I don't think, was driving any better. I don't think anything went any differently. So he's going to say right now, see, everything gets better when you support me and give me a big bunch of money. Yeah, asshole, things get better for you. You get to buy toys. Just like how he thinks all these camera angles improve things. They don't. The microphone, no, it doesn't. He used to sound and look better on camera than he does now. All the background shit, that's all for him. Everything that lights up and all, everything's got to have all these fucking lights. That's for him. Half of the shit that he buys with the lights, you can't even see. These are all improvements for him, but he is going to attempt to brainwash people into thinking that all this crap that I'm buying, oh, it's all about you, baby.
Spend money to reinvest in the business and improve the streams? Yes.
It doesn't improve. It improves his experience, not his viewers, not his supporters. It improves his experience.
Do you not see everything behind me?
That he does for himself.
Do you not see the new microphone?
That sounds shittier than your old one.
The new lighting, the new background.
Nobody cares about the lighting. That is all for you, dude. It's all for you to feel like a big boy streamer all the way from 2013 when shit used to look like this, and maybe you would have been slightly relevant.
The new frame,
the frame. I don't know who gives a fuck about that.
Equipment, keyboard,
the keyboard that has nothing to do with your viewers or people who are watching your stream.
Keyboard mouse I've been using to play.
Yeah, the keyboard mouse that you have been using that benefits your game playing experience, not your viewers. Why do they have to pay for you to have a better game playing experience?
Play games like Doom and Call of Duty. Yes, I am reinvesting to make the business better and make the...
You are reinvesting so that you can buy toys, so that you can buy things to play with to enhance your experience and make your life better.
Streams better whenever I can, okay? So having seen that, people were like, well, we'll support Phil tonight, and they did. So what I...
The whales did.
Committed to everyone was, listen, I know Truck Sim is good. And I want to keep it, it's chill streams, it's good, chill, relaxing fun, right? But what I think we should do is, since I have this setup now, try something else. So I told everyone if we hit a second goal, we would try another game, but you guys would help me pick. So that we did. We hit the second goal. What we'll do is over the next week, I want to talk.
Yeah, for $300, for the low price of $300, you can help him pick a game that, oh, gee, golly gosh, let me guess, he can probably get on Game Pass for fucking free.
With all of you. What exactly kind of game would you like to see me try to play with this setup now? People had all these different ideas. iRacer, a game where you're driving a bus and you're picking up clients, Forza. There was another one too. Like people are like, no, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. What was the other one? F1 or something like that? F1 2025. And I'm like, okay, but we got to pick one. We got to find a way to fit it into the schedule. Let's do it. And let's try it out and see if doing stuff with this can actually open me up to a new kind of content that...
Gee, maybe drop one of these like 5 games that aren't fucking working for you anymore. Like Claire Obscure, like Blueprints, like Minecraft that has pretty much run its course since the beginning. But apparently there are a couple dented fucking individuals who keep stringing that one along. Why don't you drop the shit that people are tired of in favor of something new, even if it doesn't get you the momentum you're so desperately looking for very long? For God's sake, man, play something new.
Previously, I never did. I never was a driving guy, right? Never. But tonight...
Who would have thought playing a variety of games might go better for you?
People were impressed. Like, what the hell? He's driving well. I had a ginormous extra, like, super long load on the truck. It was pretty good. Let's put it that way. So, anyway, great night. Absolutely great night. Had a ton of fun. Everyone seemed to enjoy. Great stuff. All right. So now that we got that momentum going, let's keep that momentum going this week. Fair enough? tomorrow.
Stop dropping the ball, you broke-ass pieces of shit, and show up tomorrow and give me just as much money as you did today because I need.
There is no podcast. Why? Tomorrow is the release of Mind's Eye. This is a game from the former devs, I guess, or at least one former dev, who left Rockstar. And they started their own dev studio and made their own game. Now, people are curious, is it good? Will it be as good of a GTA, or is it kind of going to flop and land on its own face? Well, we're going to find out tomorrow, since I'm not doing a podcast, 4 hours of Mind's Eye on my stream. Of course, I'll have max settings, right? We'll see. Is it good? How's the gameplay? How's the driving? How's the plot? How is everything? Let's find out together. It's going to be a fun exploratory stream of a brand new game, a new IP, see if it's any good. So come on tomorrow for a brand new hype release day, okay? Tomorrow night on the late stream, as I talked to the people today on stream, we figured out what we want to do on Tuesday night. Mario Kart World Knockout Tour multiplayer stream.
Nobody will give 2 fucks about that.
2 hours of me picking new characters.
Yeah, saying that the game cheats, the game lies, the game is awful, this game sucks ass. We know.
Unlocking and picking new vehicles and trying to win more Knockout Tour matches. So far, I've won my first one, but can I win more? Let's find out. I like the Knockout Tour. It's the only part of Mario Kart right now I really like. Everything else has been quite boring. Once you beat the campaign once, there's nothing else to do. But let's do some multiplayer tomorrow night in Mario Kart. Come by, engage, support. Let's have a great Mario Kart night, all right? And enjoy the Switch too. All right, guys, thank you so very much. Great, amazing day. Have a good night.
Thank you for the $400 and some that you gave me. Now, don't forget, I need that 6 days a week and more.
See you tomorrow for Mind's Eye and Mario Kart World. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not doing that. So that is the filibuster for today. Make sure that you tune in next time for, of course, more hoping, more coping, and we'll make fun of some lukewarm content from this fucking washed up, maybe I used to be a thing for like 5 minutes, but I'm sure as fuck not anymore. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay toxic, my friends.